I'm watching part 3 of this DutchSinse and Project Camelot, and just at the very, very beginning of that video made me want to create this video. And she's saying that she's trying to compare notes and compare information because we are stronger. It's full of bullshit. The only thing that she wants to connect with is as many um, if they're like DutchSense, I think is onto something. So I am not going to say anything negative towards DutchSense because I personally believe that he's onto something. He's connecting Earth changes, how we are relating to the outer world. He is admitting he doesn't really know what's going on yet. He just knows something is going on, and I have all of the respect for Dutch. 100% respect for Dutch. The way he conducts himself. He's not admitting that I know it all. But this Project Camelot does do that. And what they do is they try to take you, like Dutch, and they're going to manipulate and put Dutch in more harm. Because um, Project Camelot is on the other side, of evil. They think, that um, both sides of war are always wrong because why are you at war in the first place? It's like these alien games is like, oh, an alien's going to save you, but yet they have an enemy. They can't clearly solve their own wars, but yet they think that they can come invade us and solve our wars. And it's like, okay, the world is falling apart. Where's a good alien when you need one? There are no good aliens. They are just humans that this Fowler guy is one good example that I watched one of his interviews that, oh, we're going to put an end to these evil people that are playing these alien games and starting Fukushima and all of that, and that they will come to an end and they will create world peace and all of this. But if you really, really listen to this guy, what he wants is to be the controller of you. He doesn't like the ones that are in control now, but he wants to be part of the party that wants to control all of humanity, but control all of humanity for good. And the problem with that is either he's going to create laws and structures where he wins and he's the top of the pyramid. you know and it's all about greed and control issues. This guy has zero control over his own life and feels that he needs to control all of humanity in order to get control over his life. There's a lot of flaws within the system that he wants to create, so it's like you're both sides of war are always, always, always going to be wrong. As long as you are fighting something, you're wrong. So that's why I don't even tend to fight people that I think are giving out misinformation. It's like, okay, let's see how good your information is. All the time, when somebody has a lie, it's the lie that will harm themselves. If I go and try and prove their lies or try to argue with them, then I'm on the other side of evil. I'm at that war. And I'm like, I ain't playing that game. I'm like only going to voice my opinions and allow you to be right about your opinions and just see who's right in the end. But ultimately, all of these people are talking about humanity needs to die. You all have to die sometime. And this is the first lie. This is where I know anybody's going to tell the truth is when you want to do something, you have to have some kind of guide that tells you, am I right or am I wrong? And right now, we have no guide that is able to tell you right from wrong. But the guide is going to be in health. If and just look at anything that if something is wrong, does your health not suffer from it? If something is wrong, it will generally create stress. It will generally create mental illness. It will generally create a lot of social problems that do manifest into some form of health issue. Now, so your health, your good health, will always be the guide to what's right and what's wrong. And it is because we are this oneness, it is the health of all of humanity. If we are all healthy, then we're on the right track. If somebody ends up manifesting an illness, then the one that has the illness is not necessarily the one that's wrong. They would be the one that's more right. It would be the society that created what is wrong, and it will be manifested into one person or into a group of people that you would label them to be wrong. And that's one of the things that I was really insulted by DutchSinse when they accused him of being on a welfare system or mentally ill. It's like, as soon as I see somebody throw that label, then you are looking through the eyes of somebody that is mentally ill. They think they are sane while they're judging somebody to be insane. And it's like, you might want to check yourself first, because maybe it's you that's insane and the person you're judging is more sane than you. But Dutch just was like offended by that comment, and no way would I want to be labeled as being on a welfare system or mentally ill. And it's like, there's no shame in that, because and I'm on a welfare system, and I'm on here because they have claimed that I'm mentally ill, and I'm like, I don't fight them on it. I'm like, okay, if I am, okay. I am mentally ill as soon as I try and fight them. Guess what? My life got easier the second I ended up agreeing with them, because now I don't um, have to deal with anything. As soon as they want to say, oh, you're not doing anything right, it's like, hey, you pay me not to do anything right. So why are you fighting me on it? Why do you have all of these high expectations that I'm supposed to be perfect when you label me to be so imperfect? And right away they shut up. As soon as they want to um, say somebody that's mentally ill is supposed to be highly functioning, it's like, kind of insane there. Either I'm highly intelligent and you just can't see it yet. And that's basically where I'm at, is I'm using, they want to call me mentally ill, and I will say, let's question that. I found the science on how all mental illnesses can be cured, how all cancers can be cured. This holodynamics has been curing cancer, AIDS, mental illness, and addictions for more than 30 years without a pill. Now, it is flawed. It claims to be a tool that can solve every problem known to the human experience, but it can't identify the unknown problem yet. So how did I see that if I'm so mentally ill? Why is, the creator of this science that has cured himself of high-grade uranium poisoning, which led him to know technology that can clean up all toxic waste into pure clean energy, the negative experience he had led to the solution, because every problem is nothing more than a solution waiting to be unfolded. But in the process of healing himself of that, he ended up developing a heart problem, which he didn't bother healing, and went for a fake heart, a pacemaker, which he can heal everybody else's heart problems, but not his own. Why? Because he can't see his own insanity. He can't see his own unknown problem. The unknown problem is the thing within you that you don't want to recognize within self. But how did I know that if I'm so mentally ill? So, that's my take on Project Camelot. They have zero interest in connecting any dots. They only want to connect the dots to everything that is bullshit, not necessarily like DutchSinse. The key that they are playing on him is the alien game. And they're going to use him and say, oh, there's 90% truth in everything Dutch is saying, but the lie is going to be the alien game. The lie is going to be manipulating everybody to believe, oh, there are some good aliens, and it's like the Jesus game, oh, Jesus is going to come and save you. And it's like, Jesus never came and saved nobody ever. God's never come down and saved anybody ever. But it is that manipulation game that here's the new Jesus. Here's the new God that's going to come and save you. And the deal is you got to save yourself. You got to mature your own self and unfold your own fullest potential. which is not what the Project Camelot is all about. Project Camelot wants to keep you dumb, 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 so that they can manipulate you into their new reality, which is nothing but control issues. They want to control all of humanity, which it is our biggest flaw. Is we should all be in control of ourselves. We should all know the difference between right and wrong, and we don't know that yet. So it is, forgive them for they know not what they're doing yet. They got control issues. They can't control their own lives. They don't know what truth is yet, so they will reject truth at all costs. So there's my take on it. Dutch, I do respect 90%, but as soon as he talks about aliens, I know he's going down the wrong path. And people want to talk about hyperspace and wormholes and all of that shit, and it's like, if you want to know time travel, talk to me. If you want to know hyperspace, talk to me. But you want to believe a bullshit lie, go listen to their bullshit, because that's all it is. They have not found truth. They have no interest in connecting with anything that's truth. They only want to continue the war that's going on within themselves. When they feel that they're not at war with something and they can receive information, they'll probably get it. Peace out.